Hey stoic friends, welcome back to my channel. You've been living dead for far too long, not weak but imprisoned, trapped in a cage of your own creation. The exhaustion you feel isn't from your work or your effort. It's from the fact that you've sacrificed yourself for a world that never cared. You've been playing a game that was never yours to win, while your heart screamed for freedom. You buried it beneath layers of lies. The people you tried to please didn't deserve your sacrifice. And now you feel like a ghost, a shadow of the person you could have been. Every smile you forced, every compromise you made. You've been dying inside one tiny piece at a time, while everyone around you claimed ownership of your soul. But no more, you're not tired because of all the work you've put in. You're tired because you've been living someone else's life for far too long, chasing dreams that weren't yours, following paths that weren't meant for you. You've let people manipulate your worth. You've let them mold you into their idea of who you should be. But here's the truth. They never wanted you to hear. You are not their puppet. You were never meant to stay small, to hide behind a mask that wasn't your own. You've been stifled, you've been suffocated, but the cage is open and the beast is waking up. Your silence, that's not weakness. It's the calm before the storm. You've been playing by their rules for far too long, appeasing them, pretending to be what they wanted. But you've been holding back your rage. You've been waiting for the moment when you can finally break free from their control. And now the moment has arrived. You're not staying quiet because you have nothing to say. You're staying silent because when you speak, the world will be shattered by your truth. The warrior within you has been sleeping, locked away under their expectations. But today is the day you rise. Today, you burn everything they built around you. Destroy it, tear it down, with the fury of a soul that's been ignored, suffocated, and forgotten for far too long. They won't recognize you when you rise. And that's the best part. Let them wonder where the old you went. Because the truth is, you were never supposed to be that person. You were meant to become a storm. The truth is, the world can't handle you. They never could. They've spent their lives trying to control you, keep you in a box they made. But you were born to explode out of that box, born to burn down their limitations, their expectations. You're not just living to survive anymore. You're here to conquer. Epictetus knew this, he said. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You've waited long enough. Stop waiting for approval. Stop begging for permission. This is your time. You don't need their approval. You need your own. This is the moment you become, not the person they tried to make you, but the person you were always destined to be. This life is not for the faint-hearted. It's for the ones who refuse to shrink, who refuse to be silenced by the world's noise. And if you're ready to tear down everything that's been holding you back, if you're ready to step into your power and obliterate the chains they've wrapped around you, then hit that like button. Smash that subscribe. Send this to someone whose soul is screaming for freedom. Let them hear your roar. Don't just comment. Declare it. Write it down, like you're carving it into your very skin. I focus on my own growth in silence. This isn't a mere comment. This is a war cry, a statement that echoes into eternity, marking the moment when everything changes. Now, let's dive in. Number 1, when you chase others, you abandon yourself. There's a power so fierce it doesn't need to scream for attention. It doesn't parade around for validation. It doesn't beg for approval. It's the power of someone who has learned to choose themselves, even when no one is watching. It's the power of a soul who has learned that the only person they must answer to is the one staring back at them in the mirror. This is where your journey begins. You've been so busy chasing after others, you've forgotten who you are. And let me tell you, that's where the madness begins. Every moment you've spent trying to catch up with someone else's life. You've been bleeding yourself dry every time you looked for someone to validate you. You traded your own worth for a fleeting moment of approval. Every time you obsessed over their words, their actions, their opinions, you are abandoning the only person who truly matters, yourself. You've been lost in their world, and in doing so, you've disappeared from your own. When you chase them, you lose yourself. Every second you spend thinking about their life, their happiness, their success, you chip away at who you are. You become a ghost in your own life, forever, chasing someone else's version of reality, while your true self screams from the sidelines. Epictetus wasn't playing when he said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Improvement doesn't care about being liked, being praised. You allow near you stains you. When you protect your peace, you protect your very essence. You protect your fire. When you start demanding that only the worthy can enter, something shifts. You start realizing just how much you've been giving away that space. You've been leaving open for others. It was meant for you. You've spent so much of your life accommodating everyone else's needs. You forgot what it feels like to honor your own, to rebuild your strength, to remind yourself who the hell you are. Become the gatekeeper of your own soul. Stop apologizing for it. Stop making excuses. Stop explaining yourself to anyone who doesn't have the decency to respect your time, your energy, your life. You owe no one a seat at your table if they don't come with respect, loyalty, and authenticity. Your silence, it's your sword. Your solitude, it's your shield. Let the world scream, let it burn itself out. You don't need to engage with the noise-filled walls, not to keep people out, but to make sure only the right ones earn their place inside your life. Is not a revolving door. It's a fortress guard. It protect you. Number 3, silence is a weapon, not a weakness. There's a silence that tears you apart, and there's a silence that builds you, shapes you, hardens you. Like steel, most people, they've never felt real power. They think silence is weakness. They think if you're not screaming, if you're not out there forcing yourself to be heard, you're losing. But the warriors, the ones forging empires in their minds, they know the truth. Silence is a weapon. It's the blade that cuts through the chaos, the shield that deflects the noise. Silence doesn't need to speak to be heard. Seneca once said, "It is better to conquer grief than to deceive it." But how? How do you conquer grief? You stand in silence. You stand firm. When the world tries to drown you in noise, when every part of you wants to scream, to explain, to justify, you don't. Because silence is the power that builds from the inside out. It's the kind of power that doesn't bend. It doesn't break it, just waits. Every time you respond to stupidity, you hand over your peace. You hand it over on a silver platter to people who are too small to see your value. Stop explaining. Stop justifying your silence. Isn't just silence. It's a force field. It's a weapon that forces them to confront the truth of who they are, not who you are. It makes the weak uneasy. It unsettles the shallow. Because deep down, they know they can't reach you. They can't rattle you. You've built yourself to be unshakable. And in those moments when you feel the urge to react, remember this. Lions don't respond to barking dogs. They They sit there, calm, poised above the chaos, because they know their strength. Your silence is dominance. It's the unspoken statement that says, I am above this. I am not available for your nonsense. Your silence isn't fear, it's control. It's the knowledge that your energy is too precious to waste on people who don't deserve it. Master the art of silent strength, the kind that doesn't need to announce itself, the kind that builds quietly, steadily, ruthlessly. Your strength should grow in the shadows under pressure, until one day when the time is right, it explodes. And when that happens, all the noise, all the distractions, all the people who tried to get under your skin, they fade into nothing. The sound of your success will drown them out, and they'll be left behind, wondering where they went wrong. You'll be standing tall, silent, but stronger than they could ever understand. Use your silence like a sword. Cut off the drama, cut off the distractions, cut off the desperate need to explain yourself. Every time you stand in silence, you stand above it. All the world will try to pull you into its noise, but you'll be the one who's untouched. And when the storm clears, you'll be the one left standing, unbroken, untamed. And they'll all know that your silence wasn't weakness. It was power. Number 4, focus on growth, not gossip. Gossip is poison, a virus for the weak. It's a cheap, fast hit for the desperate. A false sense of power and the illusion of importance, like the shallow air in a room you never wanted to be in. But you weren't made for that. You weren't built to be some pawn in their drama. You were built for growth. And if you ever want to rise, if you ever want to be anything more than the noise that surrounds you, you've got to get this focusing on others. That's what keeps you in the dirt. Focusing on yourself. That's the only way out. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Not talk about it. Not gossip about it. Be it let the others yap. Let them waste their time talking behind your back. You got better things to do. You've got a mission to conquer, a destiny to build a fire, inside that can't be put out every second. You spend dissecting someone else's life. You steal a piece of your own. Every word you waste on the worthless, it's gone, and you won't get it back. You think you're safe, talking about others. You're not energy to anyone who doesn't value it. You hold it close. You protect it. You guard it. Like it's the last bit of hope in a world gone mad. And anyone who doesn't see your worth, anyone who only wants to drain you, they're gone. Your energy is your currency. Every drop of it is worth more than gold. Every second you spend on someone who doesn't value you is a second you're never going to get back. And you have no time to waste. You are building something too big, too powerful to let people steal from you. So guard it, protect it, keep it sacred. And the moment someone tries to take it, you walk away. You don't explain. You don't apologize. You just leave them behind and keep walking toward your future. Number 6, move in silence. Let results make the noise. You've heard the phrase, let your success make the noise. But you've never felt it. You've never understood the depth of what it really means, because this isn't about celebrating victories as they come. It's about understanding that the real power is being forged in the quiet, while everyone is shouting their moves to the world. You're building your empire in the dark, like seeds buried deep in the earth, like storms that gather miles away from shore, like mountains that grow 1 inch at a time, hidden from sight. No one sees it, no one hears it, and that's how it should be. Because while they sleep, you work. While they party, you grind. While they waste time on validation and applause, you're in the shadows, silently making your next move. stacking your victories one by one. The noise that's for the weak. You don't need the world to see your every move. You don't need applause. You don't need validation, because here's the truth. Half of them want to watch you burn the other half. They don't even care. They're too busy drowning in their own insecurities to notice what you're building. And yet you rise, brick by silent brick. The world doesn't need to know. They're not entitled to your progress. The work is sacred. The grind is your own. And they'll only see the results when it's too late. Moving in silence isn't for the faint of heart. It's a test of faith, a test of conviction. It's believing with every ounce of your being that the world doesn't need to recognize your efforts today. It doesn't need to cheer you on because you know what you're building. And you know that the real success, the unstoppable kind, the kind that hits like a wrecking ball, is grown in the shadows. It's crafted in those hours when no one is watching, no one is applauding, and what happens in the silence. You forge a strength no one can take from you. No one can fake it. They can doubt you. They can ignore you. They can even laugh. But when you show up, when the time is right, you don't need to speak. Your results will speak for you. Your results will shake the earth. The ground will tremble under the weight of your success. And what will they say? Then they'll be forced to reckon with the reality they tried to ignore. With the strength they tried to downplay. They'll have no choice but to bow to what you've built. They'll have no choice but to witness the storm that's been gathering in the dark. The quiet you've mastered will become the thunder that shakes them to their core. So let them doubt. Let them call you crazy. Let them pretend like you're invisible. Let them forget you exist good. Let them. Because while they're distracted by the noise of the world, you're stacking your power in silence. And when the time comes, when you finally reveal what you've built, they'll have no choice but to stand in awe of the quiet storm you've become. The silence that they mistook for weakness. It was your weapon. Number 7, stop competing with others. Start competing with yourself. Comparison is the silent killer of everything you could ever become. You think you're competing with them, with that guy, with that girl. You're not, you're just wasting precious time. Time you'll never get back. Every moment you spend measuring yourself against someone else, every second you spend questioning if you're enough compared to them, you've already lost. And here's the worst part. You're playing their game, not your own. Seneca was right. He who is everywhere is nowhere. You can't be everything to everyone. You can't be comparing yourself to the endless sea of people, because it will drown you if your focus is scattered across their lives. You'll never build your own. You're too busy watching everyone else race ahead while your own mission slips through your fingers. Here's the cold, hard truth. You are not here to outshine anyone. You're here to outgrow yourself. The only person you should ever measure yourself against is the one staring back at you in the mirror. The only real enemy is the one inside you. Competing with others only drags you down, makes you bitter, turns you into a resentful shadow of what you could be. But when you compete with yourself, that's where the real magic happens. The battle isn't out there, it's in here. The war is raging inside your mind. It's the fight against your own laziness. The war against validation. You're here to make the world notice when you finally rise, and they will notice, but only when it's already too late to stop you. This is where most people fail. They spread themselves too thin, giving away their power like candy. Stop giving your fire to anyone who doesn't deserve it. Protect it, guard it. like your life depends on it, because it does. Every conversation, every decision, every word that doesn't serve your mission is a drain on your soul. Protect your energy. Guard your dreams like a savage, like a warrior, because only you have the right to decide what to do with your fire. If any of this hit you, if even a single word pierced through the noise and shook your soul, you know what you have to do. Don't waste another second. Like, comment, share, subscribe. But more importantly, don't let this moment fade. Keep this fire alive. Stay grounded in your mission, because the world won't understand until it's already too late. You were born for this, now prove it. Stay silent, stay sharp, stay unstoppable.